So why do you want to be a midwife? Is this the hardest question? Now, remember that when they ask why do you want to be a midwife, you can get pushed into an existential crisis about why your life is lined up to this moment and it's all going to be about midwifery, and why do we make any decision and why such a big career? You don't have to solve the philosophy of the thing. Remember that after every question is a silent question: what can you offer women and families in your care as a midwife, as a student midwife? So you don't have to go into absolutely everything chronologically in terms of your answers. You can sort of talk about, so I'll give you two different examples. So I want to be a midwife because when I left school, it was always in the back of my mind that I wanted to do it, and it really didn't come together for me then because I wasn't encouraged and I didn't have the right grades. And then I went off, and I believe in retail I've gathered loads of life experiences, and then I had my own children and I volunteered at a few different groups, and I realised midwifery is definitely for me, and I've got all of the academic ability, and now this is my time to be there for women and families. So there's nothing wrong with that kind of answer. If you did that on the day, I'd be really pleased. Absolutely fine. Good. Transferable skills demonstrated. But instead, if we take it as a what can you offer women and families in the context of why you want to be a midwife kind of question, it might look something like this. In the last few years, as I've done my access course and I've done volunteering at some mum and baby groups, I've realised the significance of care throughout the antenatal, intrapartum and postnatal periods on women, and the decisions they make then are so important for the rest of their lives, but also for families, and it would just be a real privilege to be there for women and families during those times. I'm somebody who has had a long-standing interest in midwifery and motherhood and pregnancy. I'm putting a lot of time and effort into getting my access course, which I'm really enjoying, and I think I'm at a point in my life where I could commit to such a in-depth degree and the career. And you can see that I've just tweaked it a little bit. It's just coming across as not what this profession is going to offer me, but what I can do for the profession. It sounds really picky and really mean, but honestly, if you put your attention onto what you can offer the profession, and sometimes I am not saying everybody applying for midwifery is going to be female. I think there are a lot of non-binary and trans people and men who are going to be applying as well, and that's absolutely wonderful. We need lots of different people, and all of those are it's very valid having people that are not female in the midwifery profession as far as I'm concerned. But what I will say is, if you are interested in midwifery, you might well come from sort of a caregiver in sort of a female role. And the thing about those roles is we're not used to putting our best foot forward. I am a feminist. You may completely disagree with me, which is totally fine. But yeah, I think you don't have to be 100% qualified already to start training as a midwife. They are looking for the beginnings of your career, and having the courage to say what you can offer now. There's this moment you can get to in an interview where you're really passionate about something and you're not speaking from a script and you're not trying to remember what you revised. You've put all of that stuff to one side and you're looking at the admissions tutors and you're going, and this is how I'm answering the question in terms of what I can offer the women and families in your trust, in your care. And I think that's such a healthy way of responding. And I just wish I could give an extra chunk of confidence to everybody applying for midwifery, because sometimes I think the men in my life, this is so sexist comments, but I hope you know what I mean. I'm not stereotyping, it's just my observations are that I wish the women and people interested in female-centred professions, not to leave out anybody who isn't female who comes and accesses the midwifery services. But yeah, I just wish we were more able to sell ourselves, and I think that's actually a really positive thing. So I hope this helps you answer that really difficult question, why do you want to be a midwife? Gives you some things to think about, and good luck with this question.